We're gonna talk about how fucked up. Oh, I can
say that?
How messed up the jail system is here in Los Angeles.
We're here today in front of Men's Central Jail in Twin Towers, which is the largest jails in the country and the biggest mental health provider in the country.
Wow. Let's talk about LA County specifically. So we have the largest jail system in the world, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. And we have the harshest bail system in the nation.
We're in a lot of conversation around bail reform. Look at all the bail bonds.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. These people they're a part of the problem.
Bail bonds are
right.
Right. And obviously you guys are doing a lot to fight this new jail plan. So LA County has just approved a $3.5 billion plan for new jails.
Yeah, that's upsetting because, you know, with $3.5 billion, we can do so much more in our community. It's unnecessary to spend $3.5 billion on a jail.
New
and
jails.
Then also, it's like they're putting jail and mental health in the same sentence, and those two don't even go together.
Right, they want it to be a mental health jail.
So they want Men's Central to be a mental health jail, and they want to move the women an hour and a half away to Mira-Loma and place them on toxic soil. And we're saying no. You know, you're going to further hurt our people. You're just making our community more sick. You're not helping us at all. And it's very upsetting.
A large portion of the jail population are people with mental illness. And I read on Dignity and Power Now's website that when you have mental illness and you're in jail, it only gets worse.
For folks who have mental illnesses, when they go inside of the jail, it only exacerbates the problem. They don't get the proper help they need. They get a 30-minute conversation with the psychiatrist, and they're sent on their way with the pill. Also, for people who are going inside of the jails who don't have a mental health condition, you leave with one.
Right.
You leave with one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these right here are cells. Wow. These are windows that people have to look out of. You know, as you can see, it's not a very large window. It's stained, so it's not a lot of light going inside.
Right.
You see how big that window is? Like, you see the size in between the windows?
Right.
Imagine a cell, living in there with another person.
It's just so...
That is traumatizing.
Awful.
That is torturous. That is...
torture.
I'd go crazy. I did go crazy.
Yeah.
2 folks just passed away inside of this jail. Yes, in Men's Central Jail. I'm calling them homicides, right?
Okay,
By the sheriffs. One person was allegedly in an altercation with their roommate, and they were separated by...
Oh yeah, they were pepper sprayed.
Not knowing if this person had asthma, not knowing if this person had a breathing disorder, not knowing what their health was. Yeah. You pepper sprayed somebody to death.
And then there was another death. And then there's more self-inflicted harm that's happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of self-inflicted harm happening. And it's tragic because people are not getting help.
Obviously, there's community-based alternatives that this money could be going towards, like housing, education, mental health treatment, medical care, social services, all kinds of stuff that we could be using to reinvest in the communities instead of in jails that are... I mean, it's like an ineffective, like, sick cycle of, abuse.
I want to cry every time I drive down, and see homeless folks right in the middle of people who are making all these decisions. It's like,
it's unbelievable.
Let's go down there and talk to these folks and figure out what it is that they need.
And LA has more homeless people than anywhere in the nation, right?
Yeah.
And what are we doing to...
build more jails.
We're building more jails. I feel like, as a resident of LA and someone who cares about human life, that this should be kind of at the forefront of all conversation when it comes to LA politics. Obviously, this is not just an LA specific issue, but it's specifically bad here. And unless you're directly affected by it, I don't think a lot of people understand the extent of how bad it is. The Board of Supervisors are the people that we need to be putting the most pressure on every single day. Yes. Constantly.
This issue is important because people are dying. Right. We need to look at alternatives. We need to look at what $3.5 billion can do for our communities and reimagine that it's gonna be okay. You don't have to be scared. It's gonna be okay if we do something different.
Hi,
everybody.
You can see me.
We love y'all and we fight.
We're gonna try.